All righty. Brian, how we doing today, my friend?
All right, I'm all right. I'm all right. Was the stream glitching over on your side?
It was a black screen there for a second after the intro ended. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. Hey, no worries. We're back. A little, I don't know. Maybe somebody stepped on a cable somewhere or something. Who knows? How are you doing, Matt? How was your Wednesday?
Doing good, doing good. Yeah, Wednesday was good. Just a big editing day for us here, so that was cool. Last night was actually very, very cool though. Last minute ended up the Northern Lights were very, very visible here, so went out and
Oh,
saw
really?
those last night. So that was really cool. But yeah, other than that, good normal day. A lot of editing here over in Colorado.
Was that happen normally in Colorado?
I don't believe
Or is
so.
it
I
for
believe it's something with the solar storm, or I could be butchering the terminology there. It's something where tonight it could be even better, but yesterday and today it was super visible. But no, I don't believe so. I was with some friends that had actually been to Iceland where you can see it very well, and they said last night was arguably even better than that. So I don't know what it was, but it was something about what's going on right now is making it super visible.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yep.
growing up for a while in the UP when I was in high school, it used to happen a lot. I never saw it, but it's a kind of a normal occurrence up there.
Yep. Nice.
Cool. Did you snap any pictures of it or anything?
Yeah, I'll send you some of them. I got some good ones we can
Oh,
add to
sweet.
here. So yeah,
Cool.
pretty cool stuff.
Awesome. Check those out. Cool, man. Well, yeah, it's been a Wednesday, so it's been an editing day for you, huh?
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, it's been kind of one of those just get work done day, like hunker down kind of days for me too. Like a little bit before the show, I had to just go outside and get some fresh air and sunshine on my face because I was in my office like sitting all day, and I just looked up
Yep.
and it was like 3 o'clock. It's
Right.
crazy.
Yep.
Got I was working on a lot of kind of messaging and marketing stuff. Spent a lot of time doing some story brand work on our brands, developing uh, sound bites.
Okay.
So for anybody who's familiar with that whole story brand framework, I've really been immersing myself in it. I'm looking to be doing some certification stuff. We're going to see. It's not cheap, but I might jump into it. But
Nice.
just getting ahead of the game a little bit. One of the big things is figuring out sound bites for your company, right?
Yeah.
Short, memorable, direct phrases that string together to kind of tell a quick story to people who need what you have, right?
Yep.
So what Donald Miller, the founder of that company, talks about is the acronym PEACE, peace,
Okay.
right? So you got prop P, the first one, and if you picture, he talks about this, and this works really good for me because I'm a visual kind of learner.
Mm-hmm.
If picture steps going up to a front porch. The steps are the curiosity that gets people to stand on the porch.
Mm-hmm.
The porch is where you have all your content and where you talk about all the cool things you can do, and then you got the door to go in the house. Now you're doing business, right?
Yep.
So the stairs is what people usually forget. And the
Mm-hmm.
whole reason this whole thing has just punched me in the nose in the last month or so is like for going on 10 years now in the company, I've always felt like we're missing something that gets people over the hump into our stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
if when when you're doing cold calling, it's a and you don't have all that stuff, it's all about luck, right? It's like
Mm-hmm.
you call, finally got someone
Yeah.
who has what we need at the right time, they're out of contract, and they want to meet, right? And then you feel like you're the king of the world for that one, and you go in your thousands of calls again, right? But cold calling can work too if you have the steps up. So we've never had the steps, which is the messaging that gets people in their mind to click, oh, yeah, that is my problem. I don't have anything to fix it. You do? Oh, I want some,
Yep.
right? So going back to those steps, it's like, okay, their first step is the P. It's a 5-step up to the porch is a P. So the problem. So what's your client's biggest problem, right? So I did this today for Panaclix, for Pana Health, and for Pana Tech, right? So if we're just taking Pana Tech as an example, with the problem, and it's like businesses have all kinds of problems when it comes to ID. So the hard thing about this whole process is like boiling it down, 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 and when you think you're at the bottom, even further,
Mm-hmm.
because well, one thing could be, well, it's too expensive, or well, um, they don't respond fast enough, or they don't. They don't help me fix the issues in time. So you can go through all these things, right? Those are all
Right.
problems that a company could have with their IT or even without IT, but it's not the big problem. So I just kept wondering what was it getting down to? And I've been working on this for weeks. And finally I said, the problem is that IT doesn't work.
Right.
You could say that's a computer. You could say that's the whole support system. You could say that's their security. So, what I would say to them, are you frustrated that IT doesn't work for your business, right? And then the E is empathy. So are you frustrated that IT doesn't work for your business? Are you frustrated that IT isn't working? Well, we know how you feel. We know exactly how you feel. That's the empathy statement, right? And then the A is the answer. You need Panatech.
Mm-hmm.
And then the C is the change. Get IT that actually works for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last E is the end result. So you don't have to be sick and tired of IT not working ever again.
Right.
Right. So that's that little story step that gets someone onto your porch. Now they want to look at your testimonials. Now they want to look at, because they want to see if you're legit, right?
Right.
Now they want to look at maybe your top 5 reasons that, IT companies suck, because you've just told them, you just painted the picture of their business life, right? So I worked on that with those 3 things. So that took a big portion of the day, but it's important because getting that right, what I'm learning is it drives everything else. All those frustrations I've had over the years of kind of, we've got to make a white paper, or we got to make a brochure, or we got to make a blog, or we got to make some video content. Nothing of any substance is behind it. It's just like, okay, start writing lists down on a piece of paper and give it a title.
Mm-hmm.
Just get something in front of people. So when they ask for something, you have something to give them. It makes you seem legit, but it's useless. It's all really useless. So this, I think, is going to be really helpful. So
Nice.
That was one thing I was working on. And I think it's going to help us tremendously because, we have pretty websites. We have pretty content that we've created, but it's all shallow.
Right.
If you really sit down in front of it and go through it, it says we do this, that, and the other thing. And, and we have clients on there that say we're doing a good job. But it's all really shallow because what it doesn't connect is it doesn't connect with the client or the prospect.
Right. 100%.
So this whole thing I'm learning is how to make the client or the prospect the hero of the story, right? They're Luke Skywalker. I'm Obi-Wan or Yoda.
Right.
And I'm their guide that's going to teach them the Force so that they can go slay their demons, right?
Yep, exactly.
We haven't been doing that for 10 years now. We're a good business and we've been doing great, but we haven't seen the growth I think we could have because we've never made that real connection with clients before they're actually with us. So that's kind of exciting. What else? I was working on trying to build not build a sign, but to put together a design for the sign in front of our place.
Okay.
It sucks. I hate what I've built so far. I've got this thing in my head that looks awesome.
Right.
And I'm not trying to not be humble, but I'm pretty good at designing things and visually creating things. But man, it just looks too busy.
Yeah.
I don't want to, it's like, okay, just slap, the Panacea Solutions logo, Panacea Smart Solutions logo up there, the website, the number to call, keep it simple. But then that's what's out in front of people. But we're not really selling Panacea Smart Solutions per se. That's our overarching company.
Right.
But it's everything that we're doing with underneath that company with Panatech for IT services and PanaHealth for healthcare services and PanaClicks for digital marketing and stuff like that. And those are the things that, when people are driving up, because it's a high volume highway, this sign is 20 feet up in the air and really big, people are going to see.
Yeah.
I want them to be able to see something again and get them to get curious. Oh, what's that? I need to check that out.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if they sell Panacea Smart Solutions, but again, there's no direct sell there. You know what I mean?
100%.
I'm struggling because when I put like I've got it divided into 3, looks almost like a Mercedes Signia.
Yeah.
And it's got each logo in the 3, and it's kind of an oval shaped sign, so it's already weird. It just looks way too busy. It looks like, a bad newspaper ad.
Right.
not happy with it. And I spent like 2 hours on it today.
Yep. Well, that's the part of designing is you go back and forth and then you hate it and then that figures out what you don't like and you go back and you love it. So yeah, that's the beauty and tediousness to designing things. 100%.
Yeah, if I could just slap one of the logos up there and make it the whole thing, I'd probably like it because I like
Right.
simple, minimal, Apple-esque kind of design philosophy. But I don't know if we can get away with just because, when we invite people to our office for an IT presentation and all they see on the big sign out front is Panacea Smart Solutions, well, that's not going to jive with Panatech, which is what we've been calling ourselves since the very first, piece of marketing to them or call into their office. So
Right.
anyway,
Good stuff. Good stuff.
It's just another thing about building a business, things that you got to deal with.
Yep.
But I could probably hire somebody to do it, but I feel like I should be able to do it.
Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Especially if we have a marketing business, right? I should be able to do that.
Yep.
What else? Oh, got the easiest thing I did all day.
Okay.
Bought nameplates for everybody in the office for their offices. I think I mentioned a couple of episodes ago. I think this is one where you weren't here yet. The guys that were here, most of them just kind of slid their plate out to take to the new office. Some of them ripped the whole thing off the wall.
Right.
And like peeled the paint off the wall and stuff. I'm like, really?
Yep.
So I had to buy like a 10-pack of these aluminum silver things, and then I got these custom ones done off of Amazon. They're actually a pretty good deal, I guess.
Nice.
But got the owls and the people's name and their positions underneath. So pretty basic stuff, but that's part of Panacizing the place.
Yep. 100%. Making it your new home.
Yeah. One other thing I wanted to take a minute, Matt, and it almost feels like I'm doing a commercial. I'm really not, but the guys can cut it up and make it like that way. I got a really cool email earlier today from one of the doctors from one of our clients. It came from his personal email, and his name is Dr. Gary Micasell, and he's had a scribe with us for quite a while. And he just sent an email out of the blue. I don't know if it was solicited or not. I know our guys, Sokup and Hyder, who we've had on the show before, they lead our scribe team. We've had them on before, and they do a great job of leading our team. And periodically, they'll kind of, ask folks if their scribes are doing a good job. And maybe they did this, maybe they didn't. But it came from his personal email. Just wanted to read it real quick, and just talk a little bit about how great our scribes are doing. And for those of you guys who aren't familiar, one of the things we do underneath Pana Health is called MetaScribe. It's a remote live scribe service where doctors or nurse practitioners or physician's assistants or dentists or you name it get an actual physical person somewhere else, not in their office, to follow them around during meetings and deal with all the computer stuff so that they can just pay attention to you, your issues, and helping you solve them. Right. So it's a big deal. It's different than AI. It's different than recording voice recognition software. It's a real person just sitting on a desk somewhere else, someone who's experienced, who's very much aware of HIPAA compliance, who's very good and well trained at what they do, whose sole objective, during their shift with us while working is to make sure that doctors can care for their patients without all the friction of paperwork and typing on computers and clicking and all that stuff that frustrates them. So this is the email that we got today from Dr. Micasell. It says, "This is Dr. Gary Micasell. I'm writing to you regarding my scribe, Veduria. I want to tell you what a great and wonderful job she is doing for me. She is meticulous and conscientious and caring. She always makes sure our charts are accurate and organized. She makes my job so much easier. I really appreciate her and the job she's doing. I want to thank you for Vedura being my scribe. I am able to do a lot more and do an excellent job having her as my scribe. Sincerely, Gary Micasell, D.O." Thank you, Gary. I don't know if you'll ever watch the show, but thank you so much for those kind words. We've been kind of praising Veduria and her team leaders and her team today for that kind of feedback. That's great. That's really cool. So
shout out Scribe team. Good job, team. Love
There's
it.
not much
Love it.
better than that besides getting the doctor on and saying that on the show, right? So
Yep.
maybe one day, but doctors are busy. That's why they have scribes from us so they can go home and enjoy their lives after they're done working. So,
And
but
it
that's
always,
a big deal.
yeah. And it makes you feel good when you just hear that about your company too. And it not only gives you the boost, but I feel like as probably the scribes and the employees, when they hear that, that makes them want to go harder because it's like, oh, wow, we are making a difference and we are helping people. And at the end of the day, that's what really makes you keep that passion going for what you're doing.
Absolutely. And I want to say being a professional scribe is not easy work. Here in the States, for the most part, it's kind of a stepping stone for people looking to become doctors. They do it for a while for practice and they move around and eventually they go to school. We've had one of those. We had a client, the doctor had epilepsy. She had to stay off the computer. That hospital had to have a scribe. It was in the US, so we couldn't use our India team. So we hired a US scribe, trained him in our program, and then assigned him to this doctor. And he was fantastic. I mean, he even helped us rebuild our training program. He was so good at what he did. But whether it was here or there, these guys have to go through a rigorous training. Only like 20% of the people we train make it.
Yeah.
It's that tough. And it's to the wall all day long. You get started, the second doctor starts seeing patients, they've got to be in their game. There's no room for mistakes. Of course, everyone makes mistakes, but in this job, it's like you got to be keyed in, absolute listening, and it's not like a dictation service where someone's talking and you're just typing exactly what they say, like a court stenographer or what do they call them, right? Or the court typist. They have to listen to what's going on because the doctor's not talking to the scribe. Doctor's talking to their patients. They have to listen to the doctor talk to a patient in a visit. The patient responds, sometimes not very clearly, and they have to discern properly what needs to go in that note. Because if the note's not right, the coders can't code it right, the practice or the hospital can't bill out the claim, and they don't get paid.
Yep.
So it's a linchpin part of the service. And our biggest competition, like a lot of people in the world, is AI and software. And we feel like AI is going to have its place. It's going to gobble up some of the market, the folks that are okay with having to, go behind the AI and make those corrections. But we also feel like there's going to be folks like Dr. Micasell here that, want excellence every day, and they're willing to pay a little bit more to have that, to make sure that they got a peace of mind every day. So,
Yep. Exactly. Good stuff.
Well, that was cool.
Love to see it.
Cool.
Love to see it.
What's going on? Government. So a little bit more is going on with the whole shutdown thing, right? I think we talked yesterday about like what the heck happens next. So Congress voted. Now it's going to vote on in the Senate. No, sorry. The House is expected to vote on the Senate plan to reopen. So the House has to vote. I think they're voting tonight, maybe.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I haven't been too in touch, honestly, with it either.
I don't know. I don't think they voted yet. House vote. Government shutdown. How expected to vote today on, that was 12 minutes ago. So yeah, they haven't voted yet. I think they typically do that stuff in the evening. I don't know, and then they probably go have a drink after they're done. Who knows?
Yep.
But kind of implications of that. So paybacks could resume if they open up. So
Okay.
agencies, are poised to restart as soon as possibly Friday. So that could be cool for a lot of people. And now, like contractors can activate those invoices they've probably been waiting to send and hopefully start getting some payments on, contracts that they've been working on or had in place.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I know government agencies shut down, but I don't know if like third-party contractors stopped their work just because the money wasn't coming in yet.
Yeah.
My guess is that, in order not to get too behind on deadlines, because I don't think their deadlines for finishing projects would necessarily change, or they don't want to have to deal with the paperwork to change them. They probably just tried getting as much work as they could done, depending on what they're doing. So, yeah. Well, we're past Monday Night Football. We all talked about yesterday what happened there. Next, it's Thursday Night Football. Who's coming up Thursday night? Is it Bengals and...
Not sure. I should get to know it because I'll actually be able to watch it because it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So Thursday Night Football, Yeah, this week it's looking like it is going to be 1 second. It's going.
Isn't it so weird? We talked about this a little yesterday, so I don't want to belabor the point, but it's so weird. You're a little bit younger than me, not crazy younger than me, but you're younger than me. But I think we both grew up in similar times when,
Yep.
whether it was a Monday night game, Thursday nights were usually the only one that was on ESPN, right?
Yeah.
And if you didn't have ESPN, you weren't getting a Thursday night game. But Thursday night games, let's just all say it,
Yeah.
typically they've been the garbage games, right?
Right. Yeah.
Eventually through the season, those are the ones that get kind of pushed to there when schedules get changed, depend on records and times and stuff like that. What do they call them? Flexed. But with Monday night big games, the Saturday games later in the season, or the Sunday all day or Sunday night games, those were typically you turn on the TV, you turn on your local stations, and you could watch some football. But it's not like that anymore.
Nope, not at all. Yeah, it's very interesting. 100% interesting.
That can't be good for the game as far as the young fan. As a kid, I can tell you, when I was a kid, I wouldn't have been able to afford it. We didn't have any cable.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, I heard, I mean, because of the YouTube thing going on, that even views were down over 20% with that YouTube TV issue they had going on.
That's huge. The NFL's got to be like, hey, you guys better figure this out quick.
Yeah. Yep.
Because
100%.
that viewership isn't just about, who gets to see their fans and buy their gear and NFL license stuff. It's all those ads running on every game and every market. I mean, it's a huge economy.
Yep. 100%.
So who was it? Bengals and who?
No, this Thursday it's looking like it's Jets and Patriots.
Jets
it looks like.
Patriots.
Yep.
Patriots are winning record right now, don't they?
Yeah, Patriots are looking pretty dang good this year, to be honest. Yeah, I'm liking them.
Nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they were a hot mess last year.
Yep. Yeah, they really were. The past few years, honestly, has not been too good for the Patriots there. But yeah, they're looking good. And
like to say everything that's no good right now is dog water. That's all. That's what my son says. Dog water.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Cool.
Bucks played last night. Played the Mavericks. That's the only game that I got up to speed on. Did you hear about that one? It's kind of
no, not really. Advantage. Yeah, haven't really tuned into that.
Came down to the fourth quarter. Seconds left. Bucks up 116-113. Giannis fouls. I can't remember who he fouls on a three because they were just trying to jack him up. Fouls him. It was nowhere near going to be made, but fouls him. It's the free throw line, makes the first one, misses the second one.
Okay. Yep.
So that was kind of a good little nail biter there at the end. But it's so early in the season, you don't know what's going to be happening.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen this early. And NBA is one of those things where it can turn around so quickly, just like the games too. Someone, being down 20 points is nothing in the NBA when you have, a whole quarter left.
Yep. Yeah, I think the Bucks were down pretty much that whole game.
Yep, 100%.
So Nuggets are a big ticket in town. Where are you now?
Yeah, they are. I still have not been to a game yet. I'm looking forward to getting to one, but yeah, they're good. They're big. And so, I actually am walking distance from the stadium. So that'd be nice to go to a game. Yeah. Yep.
Within a half mile or something?
You're
that close?
Yep. That close. Dang. Yeah. Yeah. So that'd be nice to get in there. Yeah. So that'd be really cool.
You got to become a fan.
Right? I have to now. I'm a Hornets guy, but you never know. I mean, the Avalanche definitely, I will claim them, the NHL team, but yeah the Nuggets, we'll see. I'll go to a game, see how I feel. And you never know.
Yeah, Denver, I don't know. Depending on how long you're there, dude, I don't know how long you're going to be able to resist being enveloped because that's a good sports city.
Yeah, it really is. They got some good teams here. So, no, it's exciting, and I'll have to keep my eyes peeled for that one.
Yeah, it's the kind of city that even when the teams aren't that good, they're still likable.
Yeah.
Maybe not the Avalanche so much because the Avalanche have been good consistently for 30 years or something, right? It's
right.
Maybe they're kind of got, I don't know what their kind of status is in the NHL because I'm a little bit outside of that, but they've just been good so long. People are love to hate them, I kind of think. But,
yep, definitely.
And the Rockies are terrible right now. But hard to dislike the Rockies. They've kind of just been that team since they came into the league as the 90s. The Rockies are kind of like the Hornets.
Yeah.
I remember early mid 90s when those expansion teams came into the league, Hornets in basketball and the Rockies in baseball, fashionably sports fashion. You either had a Hornets pullover starter jacket in the 90s, or you had a Rockies one.
Yeah.
Those were the cool teams to like if you weren't like totally into sports. So like kind of everybody had that stuff. But
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
Rockies might turn it around.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, MLB is one of those things. Start of the season's a new day for everyone, so we'll see there. But yeah, got to get to a Nuggets game, got to get to an Avalanche game, and when the Rockies start back up, I'm close to that stadium. I'm kind of in smack dab in the middle, so I'm walking distance to either of those. So it'd be nice to go.
Dude, you drew a great place, man.
Yeah, definitely. Got lucky here.
All right, man. Well, I think that's about all I have today.
Likewise.
Yeah, it was a good day. Good
day.
Wednesday.
Yep.
Downhill the rest of the way, slide in home to Friday. And I know Friday is a big game going on here for my city. My Declan school, so Manitowoc Lutheran High School, small Division 6 school in football. They're 12-0 right now and going to the state semifinal at a neutral location about an hour and a half away from us. It's kind of exciting. They've never been this far. Like only a handful of years ago, that program was on the chopping block at the school.
Yeah.
They couldn't get guys to play football.
Yep.
So they've made a huge turnaround, and I don't know. I'm him-hawing. I could probably get there. I could probably get Dak and Ari to go, but I don't think Jen would want to go that far because we don't have anybody to watch Mila. But man, I kind of want to go.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Be a fun game to go to.
Yeah, and if they win that game, the following week, Thursday during the day is when they would play in Madison.
Okay.
And I think the state games happen at Camp Randall.
Nice.
Which would be wicked cool.
That'd be really cool. Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Cool.
We'll see. I'll probably decide at the last minute and go, "Hon, do you mind if I go?"
Yeah, you want to go? Love to hear it. Cool.
So, all right, everybody. That's it for episode 84 of the Daily BLP. Matt, you got anything else?
No, that's it. Great job making it through to hump day, everyone. And on the back end of the week, hope everyone has a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, let's bid everybody adieu. See everybody later. Take care.
Take care, guys. See ya.